Welcome to episode 11 of the Platinum Achievement Podcast. Antonio, your beloved co-host, or usually the main host, is out partying in his bachelor party. So he's out and I'm in. Yay for me. Even though he's gone, we still got a great show for everyone. We're going to be talking about definitive editions and a little bit about Metal Gear Solid 5, which just released. And I'm sure Chris will have some good thoughts on that. Let's introduce everyone. We got only me, Imran, and Chris. Chris, say hi to the pod people.
In memory of Matt. He's not dead, though.
Oh, yeah, that sounded sad. We're sorry about Matt's passing, yeah.
I'm drinking... I don't know, I'm not clever with beers like Matt, but I'm drinking something good.
Just something good.
It's a beer.
Liquid.
It's called Buzz beer.
Okay.
It's not the Buzz, from that 2% alcohol juice thing which comes with alcohol. No. This is a good beer. I like it.
All right.
I think it's Lebanese. Is it?
What's up?
It is. It is Lebanese product, so you guys wouldn't know it.
All right. You got some
Very
native
nice.
beer getting ready. And Imran, how you doing today?
I'm good. We miss Antonio. It's gonna be strange without him. But he's having fun, doing lots of crazy things.
I know, he's doing way more fun things. But we need to make this show way more exciting, even though we're missing Antonio and Matt. Who cares about them?
Exactly. Yeah, it's more quiet without Antonio.
I know, we're all gonna have to talk more. Imran, you need to just say your mind for this show. Tell everyone your thoughts on everything. We're not talking about Star Wars though, so don't go like crazy.
Yeah, you exclude your vocabulary words from awesome, cool, and a nice game.
Okay,
Exclude
no problem.
those words. Okay.
Say some bad things.
So we're gonna be talking about definitive editions.
Yes.
It seems more and more you see definitive editions constantly on Xbox One and PlayStation 4, and so many of them are games that we've already played already, and the quality and the jump between the previous one isn't usually too significant. Sometimes they're good. They add all the DLC usually. It's usually at a discounted price and it looks better graphically. But sometimes, is that worth buying the game again? Chris, what do you think about that?
Yeah, I got Sleeping Dogs Definitive Edition because I couldn't finish the game. I didn't see the frame rate 60. It's 60-ish, but as graphics goes, it doesn't really look that bad. It's just better lighting. That's all. Better shading over there. Better lighting. That's it. But overall, kind of looks the same. But you have the extra DLCs, which is cool. And there are some ports which are usually bad, like the definitive edition for Dishonored. The frame rate is all over the place. It's not even 60 frames per second. That is not acceptable. You cannot release a game that is ported from the PS3 and doesn't have at least a 60 frames caps. Makes no sense.
Yeah. Well, and that's a lot of games too, where I think it was what was it? Not Infamous, Prototype on the Xbox, where that released and Prototype originally came out on the Xbox 360. It released again on the Xbox One, and people said the game was actually worse. It didn't have enough improvements, and the frame rates dropped so much that it was a worse experience than playing it on the 360. And I think some games kind of have that problems now. Imran, have you played any definitive editions or anything like that recently?
Well, on this gen, the only one I've played was Tomb Raider because I missed that last time around. And I think with definitive editions, sometimes they need to be done. For example, The Last of Us, where they redone that. I think that was essential because a lot of people jumped from, say, Xbox 360 to PS4, and they missed out on The Last of Us.
Which I was very happy about, since that was the first game I played on my PlayStation 4 when I bought it just 2 or 3 months ago now.
So that was an essential for me. They needed to do that. And they're doing, obviously they're doing the Uncharted collection to bring people up to speed with that before the new Uncharted comes out. So I think it's quite cool in a sense. Sometimes it's a bit pointless. But I played the Handsome Jack collection. That really helped because I missed the prequel because it came out at such a stupid time, just before like I was getting ready for next gen. It came out not too. What was it? It was a few months before that, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I just couldn't be bothered with it. And then the Handsome Jack collection came out, and I was super happy. I was like, yay! And I played that again.
I know. Cool. I wish I played the original Borderlands, but I never went on and played anything past that.
I played 2, but I never played the prequel, and then it came out, so I was happy.
Well,
but sometimes I think it's a good thing, and I think there's this misconception that people have. They say, oh, why are they doing definitive editions? They could be spending their time on doing some new IP or some new game. But is a lot of effort? I know, like Borderlands, they gave it to, what's the company called?
They give it to another studio. And
they give it to another studio, and they do it. So then it's not like
and a lot of companies do
deal.
That. Like even
they just hand it over. So it's a big deal.
To give you an example with a problem with outsourcing to another company and giving your game away to have it onto another platform. When Batman, the most recent one came out.
Oh, yes.
And it didn't work on PC because the company in charge of porting it didn't have enough time, or there was just some issues with that, and they couldn't do it appropriately.
What are they called? Infinite Galaxy Infinite. I can't remember what they're called. Infinity. I don't know what they're called.
There are some definitive editions that are actually good, like you said, Tomb Raider and The Last of Us. There's like a significant upgrade. I think the whole character, Lara Croft, looks totally different from 360 and PS.
They were promoting that, weren't they?
Yeah.
They were like, her hair's like this, and it looks like this, and the snow's like this. They were really like pushing how they've changed the game. So it's quite nice.
It's not that there's not a lazy work, which I'm okay with it. But games like Devil May Cry 4, it's like it's the exact port of the PS3. I did not see no significant change at all. You just have the added characters. That's it. There are some really good remasters like Final Fantasy X. I think it's a really good remaster game on the PS3. On the PS4 it was like the same as the PS3. I did not see any difference. I don't think they can improve it more because the maximize they can improve it. It's already done on the PS3 and they cannot improve it more than that.
And that's a good point. If you have such a good game, is there going to be enough of incentive to really re-release it again when you can only make it so much better?
Yeah, true.
So I think Brian Cluwell from the Facebook group, he posted, and I think he has a comment that most of us can agree on. He says if there are reasonable improvements, then he'll get it. Games like GTA 5 and The Last of Us were not just straight ports. Games like Dishonored, which you mentioned, Chris, he'll pass on. Because there's no big additions to it. And I think GTA 5 is a good example too. And GTA 5, this kind of brings up the point, we were talking about it before the show. What is a definitive edition and what counts? GTA 5 released on 360 too. And now that's definitive.
Fantastic. Definitive, remastered, remake. What is the difference between all these?
There's Ultimate Edition.
I know.
We'll talk about Game of the Year as well.
The developers must have like a thesaurus together, and they just looked at remake or something and just went through
remake synonym, and then they just went.
That's
what they did.
But it is
remake is different. Remake is totally different.
Remake, So like Final Fantasy VII, they're gonna remake that completely from the ground up.
Yeah, and I guess a remaster. Would you consider is Halo 2 an anniversary? Is that a remaster?
I don't know. Is it a remaster because all the cutscenes are new, right?
All the cutscenes are new, and the graphics look better visually. Everything looks better visually.
Yeah. I mean, a game like that, I'll buy it because more cutscenes, more added stuff. But games like this one, the cutscenes are the same as the old ones. There's like barely any work on it. Yeah, I don't. There are some remasters that are really good. Some are just exact port, like Brian said.
Yeah, and Jesse White from the Facebook group also says updates like what Halo did, like what Halo 2 did, I'm all for. But ports he doesn't care for. So that brings up the point where there are some games that they are the same game. Exactly the same game. There's no difference, but they just
Well,
re-release them.
The Last of Us is the same game. You just get the Left Behind DLC. That's all you get added, but it's much better. It runs much better. That's one of the few games I actually played twice. So on PS3, I played it when it came out, and then on PS4, and I enjoyed it much more on PS4. It was much more fluid. It's much more better experience. So I think it was worth them doing that. So there are a few games they need to do it on. Like I want them to re-release BioShock the trilogy. I'd like that again. Like, I really want that.
Yeah.
I want to play it again, the whole 3. I don't want to, because what I did was I went on PS Now and I rented. Don't have a go at me. I rented BioShock Infinite. I wanted to play it again, and it was terrible. It was so like it looked.
Maybe
rubbish.
that's why Antonio hates it and won't play it.
I was like, this is rubbish. Like, what is wrong with this? Like, it looked the same.
frames
I
are
thought
dropping or
maybe
something?
I thought maybe it's the PS Now thing. And then I went on the on my PS3 and played it. I was like, no, this is not good. It's so slow and so clunky. And I didn't notice it at the time, but now I did. Coming on to next gen, you don't really realize these things until you go back. And you're like, what is wrong with this?
Actually compare it firsthand.
It's like when you go SD to HD, right? You're like, alright, cool. And then when you see them side by side, you're like, what the hell am I doing? Like,
Yeah, well, and that's a great thing about Halo 2 is going back and forth between the old graphics and the new ones.
yeah, that's cool. That's a good thing. Grim Fandango does the same thing. You can go back and forth between graphics when you're playing. That's pretty cool. That was a good remaster. I like that. And they're going to do Day of the Tentacle as well, which I'm looking forward to.
Well, my opinion on the whole definitive editions and ports and remastering games, I like some of them, but I feel like there are too many games that try and do it now, and that kind of annoys me when I look at like my library. Or I go to a store on Xbox or PlayStation, and half the games are games from the 360 or the PlayStation 3. That gets a little annoying to me. But,
do you think it might slow down now because of the backwards compatibility on Xbox One?
Exactly. That's exactly the point I was going to mention. That's probably the biggest reason I'm in favor of backwards compatibility, and why I think it's a great thing.
Yes.
Is because it de-incentivizes developers from releasing the same game again, and hopefully it will encourage them to go actually try and make new games instead.
Yes.
We're kind of stuck in this thing where we're having the same game pop up twice over like a 5-year span, and it shouldn't be like that. They should be working on a cool new project to blow everyone's minds or something.
Yeah, like Imran that if Imran said, like, if it was an exclusive game, that now the PS, a lot of 360 users went to the PS, so obviously you can tell by the sales they are selling it out more. So there are a lot of exclusive, like The Last of Us and Uncharted. Uncharted actually is a really good remastered game, because if you play Uncharted 1, 2, and 3, Drake Nathan actually looks better than in the previous game. Like Drake in Uncharted 3 looks a lot better than Uncharted 1. So what they did in the collectors, that they took Uncharted 3, the character in Uncharted 3, and they replaced in 1 and 2. So you'll be playing Nate as the upgraded version. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, that you see, like, there's work done.
Yeah, that they actually put in a real effort to try and make it a better experience than what it was before, and a little different.
And then all the Xbox users that couldn't play can play these exclusives. But games like, I don't know, like Fallout 3, let's say if they did Fallout 3, makes no sense to me.
No, I'd get Fallout 3 though. I'd love to play that.
Everybody played that.
Fallout, I would definitely do a Fallout
'cause
3.
that was quite clunky.
If it was remastered like Halo 2 was, I would love that. Imagine playing that with like a beefed up graphics that look way better. I went back to go look at Fallout 3 because I never played it, and everyone's mad at me that I never played it. And so I wanted to go back and look at it, and the guns look like twigs in your hand almost.
It's horrible. Because I'm not expecting Fallout 4 to be better than Fallout 3. Like, I really love Fallout. It's one of my top games. And if they remastered that, I'd be so happy. Another thing that draws people in is trophies and achievements. People just go again.
Yeah.
Get the same game again.
And a lot of times, that encourages you from that second playthrough to go check it out again. Some quick shout outs here. You got Matt Phillips, his opinion on definitive editions. He says, he really enjoys them. What else? Sam Staley? I don't know how to say your last name, Sam. I'll be like Antonio. He says he appreciates a good definitive edition, and since his backlog on games is so large, he has a lot of definitive editions that come out that are games he already owned. And that's kind of a problem that I mentioned. Like, there are too many games that have already come out, and it's like not a long enough span between them to really release another game again. That's the same thing.
Yeah, there's no nostalgia need for it, right? Because I just played the game. That's how I feel like. There's not like been 10 years I haven't played this game. There's no this nostalgia need to replay the game. It's not like Final Fantasy VII. It's not like
And even Halo 2. Halo 2 came out in 2004. 10 years later, they remaster it. But he also, Sam goes on to say, it's nice to finally play them on the best console version possible, and be able to take screenshots and record gameplay for reviews is definitely a bonus, let alone having all the DLC in one package. And that's probably the biggest thing that almost all definitive editions include is the DLC.
Yeah, which is pretty cool.
What else we got here? Paul Linga said, yeah, hey, I have one criticism on what's the show been missing. I've been listening, and I really think it needs more cowbell. I will add in some cowbell with my great editing skills right now.
I got a fever, and the only prescription is more cowbell.
That's the cowbell.
Nice.
What else we have? We actually have Jay Gian. He's Antonio's cousin. He's actually the guy that introduced me to the Platinum Achievement Facebook group, and in turn, this podcast. He mentions in the on our group. Shout out to Antonio Gian. His bachelor party is coming to an end, but he's well on his way to the main event. Cheers.
Ooh.
Great job, Jay.
Pictures.
Hopefully it was
we
awesome.
need pictures, Antonio. Want to see the girls, the strippers.
We do need pictures, yeah.
Yeah, he's been giving us little...
He said he played video games of the whole thing.
What?
Yeah, he sent... Jay posted on Twitter, and we'll advertise Jay's Twitter username, JMoneyGuian.
Money.
He posted a picture of them playing, I think, Jackbox Party Pack. I think Matt always mentions that, right?
Yeah, it's a good game, guys.
What?
So there you go.
I mean,
he better have gone back and looked at our episode where we talked about the best party games.
And he's been sending us pictures, Antonio. They're like from like the remnants of what he's been doing, like some empty glasses and things. He's not really showing us.
Strippers.
He's not really showing us.
All the drugs he's been taking.
Yeah, I don't think that's quite Antonio's style. I hope he drank at least, a little bit. Have a little bit of fun with it.
Like half a can, maybe
half
at
a
most.
can.
I admire his determination and all that sort of stuff.
Metal Gear Solid 5, the last game in the franchise now, correct, Chris, is coming out, and
I don't know if
it's
it's
out right now, based on when you're listening to this. And Chris has already started playing it. Chris, what are your thoughts on it? You already got an early look at the game.
Yeah, I read the reviews before I got the game. I was like, I kind of was worried because everyone said that the story is not very Metal Gear-ish, where everything is so weird, so
more
out
abstract,
of this world.
Or is it...
Yeah, so it's. I was kind of worried that it's not very Metal Gear style, but let me tell you this. I'm not no spoilers, don't worry. But the first 2 hours is the most Metal Gear-ish opening ever. I mean, and I
Okay.
was like, what is going on? What is going on here? I don't understand anything, and I like it because that's how Metal Gear works. Like, all this crazy thing happens. It's like people flying. It's like horses for no reason
It's like you
drops
have
up
no
from
idea
the
what's going to
air.
happen next, or is it?
Yeah,
It
it's like
sounds
just
good.
you have no idea what's gonna happen next. It's like, okay, this is weird. This is out of this world. This is so Metal Gear like. I like it because I'm not gonna spoil it because if I say it, it will because I was like
I'm looking
mind
forward to it.
effed all the time. I was mind effed after about 30 minutes in the game because why am I doing this? Because it makes no. It's like you do something, okay? It makes no sense because why am I doing this? After that, it's like, what was the point? Why did I did this? Makes no sense. I know if I want to spoil it, I can. You guys are not understanding what I'm saying without me spoiling it.
Does it
Can I
have like
spoil
the
it?
weird, like Metal Gear Solid 4? Like at the beginning, you had like they cracked an egg, and then there's David Hayter talking to the screen, and has it got all that weird stuff as well? Like
I think
the
all the Metal
intro.
Gear games have been kind of
Yeah.
strange like that, right?
They've all
Yeah,
been weird, yeah.
yeah. I can explain why is it so weird at the first 30 minutes. Like, should I spoil it or what?
No, I want to play it.
Yeah, I want to play. Imran and I, for the pod people, we haven't played the Metal Gear games, right? Have you ever played any of them, Imran?
I played 4,
You played
and
4?
then 2.
Yeah, I played 2 as well, and Chris was astonished earlier that Metal Gear Solid 2 was on the original Xbox. It wasn't a PlayStation exclusive, and that's the only way I've played a Metal Gear game. Because
I was shocked as well. I was shocked when you gave me that news.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
because Metal
I had
Gear
no
4,
clue.
yeah,
yeah,
because Metal Gear 4 is in PlayStation exclusive, but 2 was ported on the
it
Xbox.
was on the Xbox, original
Really?
Xbox, yeah. And
I don't know,
that's kind of
makes no
interesting that
sense.
they ported it and then they didn't continue with it at all. I have no idea about the story behind that, why they didn't do the next Metal Gear game on the original Xbox too.
That was weird.
That would have
I
been
know,
nice.
it is
I
weird.
probably would. I might be a bigger fan of the series because I had a PlayStation 2, but I always
Was it
played the
really on
original
Xbox? I'm
more.
trying to look online now. Like, find
Yes,
some info.
it's Metal Gear Solid 2 Substance. I don't know if it's the exact same game. Maybe it's a little different.
Metal Gear Solid 2 was
no.
called Sons of Liberty.
No. Metal Gear Solid 2
Yes,
Substance is the.
It's Metal Gear Solid 2, but it's the same game, but they added like infrared on the night visions and a couple of small stuff.
Ah, cool.
But it's
Little
basically
things.
the same game.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Cool. So
Amazing.
yeah, Metal Gear Solid 5 came out, and it's a little different from the previous games, or is it extremely different? I have no idea. Chris can tell you more about it, but I know it's an open world game. It's never been an open world game before, has it?
Yeah. What I like about this game is, okay, you guys are gonna hate. It's gonna think hypocritical of me, but
Okay.
I like games like Clash of Clans. Wait, before you kill me.
Oh snap! Hang on,
Chris.
we have to kill you now.
And that's recorded.
I'm pretty
Okay,
sure
because-
that you've said many times in the past that you hate mobile games.
More than many times.
Okay. So it has the geography, the play style of a mobile game, but the difference is
What?
in a mobile game, you are constantly stuck behind the paywalls. Like if I want to
Yes.
build this structure, I have to wait 10 minutes, or I could buy whatever and just
Or you
Roll
can
it
buy
on this
1,000 coins for $10.99.
yeah, exactly. So you have in Metal Gear, you have this your mother base,
I
and
wanna
you can
play it.
upgrade your mother base, but it's oh no, mother base takes time for it to build. But let's say weapons or skins or
Just
your
minor upgrades and
camouflage
stuff like that.
Yeah, no, not minor upgrades. Actually, it makes a lot of difference. Like say your sniper, you can either upgrade it to tranquilizer, or you can upgrade its scope and the damage it does. So the sniper, you need to shoot it twice to kill somebody. Then if you up on the torso, if you shoot it on the head, he will die instantly. But if you upgrade it, you can kill them on the torso in one hit. So it depends. There's so much to do. It's like You can play startup missions. If you finish with the side quests, you can go explore and find all the materials you need to upgrade. Let's say like metals or iron or diamonds are currency, or you can find or let's say you want to upgrade your weapon, right? But you need a scientist. So you try to find a guy who is a scientist and you extract him back to Mother Base so you can upgrade your weapon.
That
So the
sounds so
more
cool.
yeah, so the more you play, it's like the side missions are not useless. They always help you to upgrade yourself in your Mother Base,
Yeah,
which
so there's
is
real
really really
incentive
good.
to actually go out and do things other than the main story. Then I think
Yeah,
in what was
there's so much to do, so much to
the
do.
smaller game, the one that released on earlier, I think last year, Metal Gear Solid 5, Ground Zero,
Ground
I think.
Zeroes, yeah.
Yeah.
Ground Zeroes.
And
Same gameplay,
I've not played that.
it's similar to that because I remember that game. It could probably be beat in like 30 minutes or something. But if
Yeah.
you go out and actually explore what you can do, you can spend hours and hours and hours playing the game different ways. So it
Yeah.
doesn't have a lot of that type of element to. There's so much in the
So
world
much
that
to
you
do.
can kind of
There's-
just even miss almost if you just
Yeah,
play.
exactly. You can miss most of the stories because they Big Boss is the silent type protagonist. He
Yeah.
speaks, right? But he is almost silent.
Yeah,
He doesn't
generally.
speak a lot generally. But if you want to know the scope of the game, the story in more details, you have to find these cassettes. And if you listen to them, these cassettes, they talk about what happened. Everybody played Ground Zero. This is not spoilers, all right? And Ground Zero's the ending. You go in a coma after 7 years, 9 years. I don't remember. Don't kill me of not knowing this detail. I think it's 9 years.
It's okay.
I think you go in a coma 9 years, and these 9 years, if you want to know what happened, you can collect cassettes and listen to them and know the story in details. And Snake Big Boss really talks on these cassettes. I
That's
mean,
great.
they didn't just bring Keith Sutherland to say like 3-4 lines in the whole game. He actually speaks a lot. Also, the cool thing is the music. There's so much music in the game. You can find cassettes as musics, like
Oh
The
yeah,
Man
and
Who
can you
Sold
like
the
make your
World.
own? Can you get like a little playlist going as you're
Yeah, you
Metal
can
Gear mixtape.
yes, yeah, you can get a Metal Gear mixtape. Like you collect all of these songs, you play these songs while you kill people.
No, yeah, that does seem pretty cool. I
That's
like
cool.
that they did go with the open world and give it like such an expansive feel. I like to have games where there's so much you can possibly do, and you feel incentivized to go do as much as you can. I think
Yeah,
The Witcher
sounds
3
great.
does a great job of that too.
Yeah, there's so much to do. But there's only one complaint. I don't know, maybe I did something wrong, but the side missions. Let's say there's a side mission to extract a prisoner, right? Okay, I accept the side mission. I extract a prisoner from this, let's say, section A, right? I extract him. Then I do another side mission. It's also in the same section. Why can't I do the two side missions at the same time without going back and forth? Maybe I did something wrong, but I don't know. I couldn't do. I couldn't find. Let's say I had to find a blueprint. I couldn't find the blueprint without finishing the first side mission.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
I don't know.
I wonder for a lot of the side missions in games where it is open world and there's a lot to do, do you feel like the side missions ever get redundant? Is there like points where this is like the same mission as before? Do you ever have that type of feeling while you're playing it?
Well, yeah, they are kinda, but you do them because it helps you to upgrade.
They have different benefits and stuff from each one.
Yeah, they have the different benefits. Let's say I have to extract this prisoner because he's a scientist to upgrade my weapon. The other mission is also to extract another person, but he will upgrade my vehicle. You know, he can upgrade my bionic hand.
Cool.
So yeah, it's kind of the same mission. Extract this guy or find this blueprint or destroy this communication, but it always benefits you. It's not just, okay, here's more money, that's it. No,
Yeah,
it
yeah.
always
There's
helps you to
actual
upgrade. Yeah, always
tangible
benefit.
incentives. Yeah, pretty cool.
Yeah,
So have you tried the online element at all? I know it's a bit early.
you
Obviously,
can't.
yeah, you can't do it yet.
You can't. No,
Metal Gear
because
Online. I remember that was fun.
Metal Gear Online releases on October 14
Oh, right. I
or
had no clue.
13. But I cannot even connect to on. There's a section where you can connect to online, but I can't
Okay.
because I'm playing the game before the release.
Right, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, before the release, so they have blocked everything, and I cannot even see my trophies. I can't.
Oh, no.
The trophy is pop, but I cannot see the list.
That's
I don't know
weird.
what's
So
the
you
trophies.
you unlock the trophies, but they don't show you which
Yeah.
ones you get. That's kind of
No, I mean you can. No, I mean the trophy unlocks. You know what trophy you got, but you cannot see the list all the
the
trophies.
whole. Okay.
You
That's
cannot
weird.
go back. Yeah, if you go to your trophy section, it's not there. I have to wait.
I didn't know
till
they could
1st
do that.
December.
That's interesting.
Yeah, and Ground Zeroes they did the same thing.
All right.
Yeah, that's kind of strange. Is it like
I
everything?
cannot even upload share. I was trying to share. I couldn't do it. I had to transfer the picture on my USB. From the USB, I uploaded from my PC.
Yeah.
Is there really long cutscenes like Metal Gear Solid 4?
No.
Oh, that's okay then.
Just the first 2 hours. That's
Oh, cool. And then you just get into the game.
Yeah.
Metal Gear 4, like obviously the story was amazing, but the cutscenes are really long. It's good.
No, the first 2 hours there's some cutscenes,
Well,
but
they have to,
it's not
'cause
as,
it's
it's
a
not
story.
crazy like Metal Gear 4. After
Metal
you
Gear
get
4 is
into
like-
the game, yeah. After
Metal
you
Gear
run
4
the
is good.
open world, that's it.
Well, I remember
no.
when I played Ground Zeroes, I got annoyed by how long the opening trailer was because, and I don't think one of my friends he said it's not even that long compared to what other Metal Gear games were like.
Yeah, Metal Gear 4 was. I was actually watching a movie at a time.
There were cutscenes like an hour and a half and an hour and 30 minutes cutscene. That's how long it would have gone. Also, there's one more annoying thing. It's not. I don't know if it's annoying. It's not that annoying, but kind of annoys me. Everybody is all think, oh, they removed Hideo Kojima from the box art, but don't worry, trust me. There's so much Hideo Kojima in the game. when you press start, when you enter the game, it's like Metal Gear 5, Hideo Kojima. Okay, we get it. Then you start a mission. Every time you start a mission, it's like when you watch a movie, they roll the credits.
Yes.
And when you finish the movie, they also roll the credits. Every single time you finish a main mission, not a side mission, a main mission, they start with the credits and they end with the credits. And every time, the producer Hideo Kojima, director Hideo Kojima, game by Hideo Kojima.
So is it just his name over and
Game
over?
design
Or
by
do they
Hideo Kojima.
do they show
they
more
mention other
names?
names.
So
Yeah,
is
of
each
course.
mission is it done by like a specific set of guys in in
I noticed
working with
yeah,
Hideo Kojima?
Yeah, I noticed that each mission had a different guy working on the mission, but every
wow.
time you finish a mission, it ends with the credits. It's weird.
Did you guys see the launch trailer from Hideo Kojima, which is going to be one of his last pieces of work besides the game that you'll ever really see related to Metal Gear Solid or the Metal Gear games at all?
Yeah, it was more like a legacy trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was kind of cool to see how he, and if anyone hasn't seen it, I think it's just called Metal Gear Solid 5 launch trailer or something like that.
Yeah, I
I'm
think
sure
it
you
was
can
cool.
find it. And it just takes you through the entire franchise over how many years? Almost.
Yeah, it's quite emotional journey.
It's
to it,
almost been 20 years, I think, right?
Yeah. It's
It
crazy.
didn't come out in
Yeah.
96 or 97, the first one.
No, there's one even older, I think.
The first Metal Gears game, but Metal Gear Solid.
Metal Gear Solid. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Metal
Yeah.
Gear came out in the late 80s even.
Yeah, 89, something like
If
that.
you want to count that, we can go almost 30 years. But
Keep going.
it is pretty incredible to see how long the franchise has been around. And I'm interested to hear, again, what Chris thinks about the split between Konami and Hideo Kojima, because this is going to be the last game now it has to be. It's kind of forced into that, even if it wasn't going to be. What do you think about that weird split? Have you read about that? Have either of you guys read about?
Yeah, I did. I don't know. Whatever Konami does, I don't know whose fault is it. Maybe it's Kojima's fault. Maybe it's Konami's fault. But doesn't matter. Whatever happens, Hideo Kojima is gonna be. Everybody's with Hideo Kojima. It's like Konami is the bad guys here. Whatever happens, whatever is the reason, Hideo Kojima will look like the superstar in the end, because it's his last game, it's his last hurrah, and everybody gave it 10 out of 10 ratings, and how Konami was treating this issue was very childish.
Yeah.
Removed his names. Like,
I know. I did think it was kind of funny.
It was very strange. It was
anything
really strange.
happens between you guys, keep it internal. Like, don't
That's right.
don't publish it. Don't show us. For God's sake, if you said Hideo Kojima in the interview, they would block you out. They
were
won't
really
answer
really
to you.
intense about that. I don't know if you've even seen like the every advertisement, they removed his name from it.
Yeah,
it's really weird. Like, they really went all out. I wonder what happened. Like, is there any definitive report on what happened?
A
It's
lot
just
of
like
it's speculation, so we probably shouldn't.
An article came out, a Japanese article that was translated. They were saying how the work environment is Konami, and it is terrible. It's like they have this this check-in for you can eat food, whatever. If you were like 10 minutes late or 5 minutes late, they will shame you or whatever.
Really?
And they change their employees' email every month or so, because if one of these developers, they're really talented developers, let's say they got a job offer, so if they get emails like that, Konami would change it so they wouldn't know about it, right? So they are stuck in Konami. And the work hours are terrible. They're also remember this. One of the developers said, "I'm leaving Konami" on Facebook. He posted on Facebook, and everybody who liked that post, they were like, and they were punished for something. Maybe work more hours or clean the
sounds like a slave type of thing now.
Yeah, it sounds
like make a janitor works, like clean the office, clean whatever. Everybody who liked that post, maybe cut off his money or give more whatever.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. It's horrible.
Wow. It is. Yeah, that's kind of crazy to hear. A video game company is taking these kind of insane like approaches to getting a game out. But yeah.
So what games are Konami doing now? Like, well,
let's find out. I'll tell you right
Nothing.
now.
Nothing. Maybe.
I'm sure
I know obviously they do Pro Evolution Soccer. Yeah, they can't just
They're
like
not
cut
going to
off
stop doing things because Hideo Kojima isn't there.
But
no, because I know got obviously Pro Evolution Soccer. They do that all the time. Winning 11 in
yeah.
But everything is.
But other than that, what do they do?
Shit.
I looked up their latest and upcoming games. Frogger Decades is the next one coming out. Frogger for iOS. I'm sure you're excited about that, Chris.
I think they're going to more the mobile approach because that's very popular in Japan for some reason.
Yeah.
There was something about that about mobile.
Actually, Chris, you're completely right, because all their upcoming games are on iOS or Android. So
yeah.
Wow.
They lost Ishigari. What was his name? The one who did Castlevania. They lost him. They lost Hideo Kojima. The Silent Hill is gone. It's like they
Silent Hill
left.
is still a crazy thing. I can't even imagine how they think that these decisions are worth it when they're losing these amazing games that are going to sell incredibly well, and instead they go for Frogger Decades and Slot Revolution.
They should just sell their IPs. They have really good IPs like Castlevania. They have Contra. They have Metal Gear. They own those IPs. I mean,
yeah.
I think they should just sell it and focus on their stupid iOS games and the slot machines and whatever they do. Yeah, they do a lot of slot machines, and an arcade, I think.
I know this is pretty crazy.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they got arcades.
I'm going through like all their games right now. What you mentioned too, the PES 2016 and Club Manager.
Yeah.
Pretty incredible.
Yeah, they do
But
that.
no one cares about PS, to be honest. Everybody buys FIFA now.
Yeah, Pro Evolution Soccer's like died.
Yeah,
It's died a slow death. It used to be good on PS2.
yeah.
And
At
then-
one point, it
FIFA
was
just-
more popular than FIFA, then just died again.
Yes, that's exactly
Yep.
what happened. I think when they made the switch to obviously PS3, Xbox 360, I don't know what happened to them. It was just like, they just released broken games.
No, I think because
strange.
FIFA released Ultimate Team and everybody went crazy about that. So yeah, they didn't have something as strong as an Ultimate Team.
Yeah,
Which is
Ultimate Team
crazy.
took over
Yeah, and obviously,
for
like,
that.
Obviously, FIFA's all licensed as well. Pro Evolution Soccer. Obviously, they got there slowly, but I remember like they always have these weird names for teams. They don't have the proper players' names and stuff.
I love when
Just got,
games
like-
do that because some sports games. I know the 2K games with football because they're not allowed to do. EA bought the licenses for Madden and
Yeah, so
NFL.
EA got FIFA as well. Yeah.
So 2K came out with a game. I think it was 2K Pro Football or something like that, and then it was just completely fake team names and fake players. It was great. It was a terrible game too. I didn't like it at all compared to the old 2K games too.
Like they call Messi, Mecci, Barzacola.
It's ridiculous.
But you know what? It's not a good thing because FIFA has no competition right now, and so they will get
Yeah, it's bad.
they will
Yeah,
get
well,
lazy.
EA controls that whole sports market now. Besides for
NBA.
NBA, well, they split with NBA. I think 2K is
2K,
better.
2K is better.
But, and then
because they have no competition. The graphics
Yeah, EA
is not
Sports are
improving.
just-
Have you seen the graphics on FIFA 16? I still think it's the same as PS3. But if you take
Yeah, it's always the
but
same.
if you take NBA 2K15 or 2K16, it looks amazing. I mean, if they have a competition like that, they have to up their games and better their graphics. But God, it still looks the same for me. FIFA still looks the same.
yeah.
But better grass, maybe. Better grass and more.
Better grass,
Yeah.
more creases on the
Yeah,
shirts.
that's
And that's it. That's all they do.
And women's football
They do.
game, which is cool.
Oh, I don't know. That's gonna be interesting.
Imran, what's the name of the game you're playing now? I keep forgetting it. Welcome to the
Oh,
Rapture or something like that.
I've been, yeah. Oh, but isn't that some film? That's a film, right? Welcome to the Rapture.
Maybe.
I don't know, but I've been playing for the past week. I've been playing Everybody's Gone to the Rapture. It's a very interesting. It's an interactive storytelling game. That's how I'll put it. Spiritual successor to Dear Esther, the same company making.
I didn't realize it was
Chinese
the same company that made it. And I love
Yeah,
Dear
the
Esther. I
same-
thought it was a
same
good
developers.
game. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, so they made something else as well. Amnesia.
It better
or
have
something.
a real ending, though. I want a definitive ending. I don't want something that's going to be
Well,
like, interpret
dunno.
this. I like the regular game. It had
It's-
a lot of good ideas.
Yeah, no Inception ending.
I feel like I'm almost to the end, and it doesn't seem like they're going to explain a lot. It's very strange. It's more like so you walk through a village and you sort of hear the conversations of the people who are at this village, and they sort of reveal things about the story. So it's really, really interesting. When you play it, you really, really appreciate what they've done and how sort of it's more art than anything else. Like you really appreciate it, but it's a bit frustrating as well as a game. Like it's a bit slow paced, but I think that's how it's meant to be.
Yeah.
So it's very interesting. There's no real thinking behind it. There's no puzzles. You don't have to think. You just go through the game, but it's an experience.
Yeah.
I tell you that.
I know.
It's very interesting,
Dear
and it's
Esther
beautiful
was
as well.
Probably the same exact thing. And I've seen some crazy things where people post online like these, like they're writing down in like a notebook all their findings about Everybody's Gone to the Rapture, and trying to figure out what's going on and what happened in the world and stuff.
Yeah, it's really interesting. There's like lots of little tidbits. It's really good. The story's it reminds me a lot of like a soap, like a British soap. Like there's things going on which are a bit
Soap
strange.
opera,
Like
the
I'm like,
game.
all right, cool. It's like so. I was talking to my friend earlier today, and she's like, I was trying to explain the game to her. I was like, this is a really good game I'm playing. It's really interesting. She goes, it sounds like they're glorifying gossip. Because what you do, you just go around and listen to people's conversations, and then you like try and find out who's doing what with who and why they're doing it.
You're
It's really
behind a
strange.
bush. You're just listening to random people's conversations.
Oh.
That's the game you're playing. You're glorifying gossip. I
Oh,
was
so it's
"Oh,
like a
okay."
stalking simulator.
Pretty much, yeah. Chris,
Yeah.
have you played this at all? Have you seen anything about it?
No, I'm not really interested in it because I don't know. Because I heard a general common complaint, which is the backtracking and the slow movement. And I'm
Well,
slow movement is terrible.
something that I think they have to 100% be going for that, just to kind of get you a little annoyed. Like this is the kind of pace you're going at, and they kind of force that on you.
Yeah, but what
It's really
Imran
annoying,
said,
especially when you're not doing anything.
Imran told me is that if he's at the end of the game, but he cannot activate the ending because he missed something in chapter
Yes.
1, so he has to backtrack all the way to chapter 1, and it will take him so much time. It's like, yeah.
Yeah, it's taking me
Yeah.
ages. That's why I was doing it while I was chatting to you guys. I was like, let me walk now. And then they said that, there's a button that speeds it up. It does not speed it up. It makes you walk slightly faster. Like you pick up a little bit of speed. It's pointless. It's a pointless button. I don't know, like, because what they did was they were going to. There's a weird thing. They forgot to put it in the manual that they put R2 as a button to speed up. So they were gonna like control the player's speed, and they thought let's let the players do it themselves. So they forgot to put in the online manual. But the developer's funny. The Chinese room guy. He's like, oh, who reads online manuals anyway? So that's why we didn't put it. He's got a good point. No one reads the manual, so
No one reads them.
because people discovered that R2 by themselves, like, and then it's
Yeah, because you had
went
to
round, okay.
hold the button for 7 seconds so you can start running.
Yeah, something like that.
Makes no
Weird.
sense because
Weird.
because in your mind it's like, okay, the maximum hold for me is like 2-3 seconds maximum. Like 7 seconds for me to
Imagine
start
in real
running.
life that it took you 7 seconds to decide to do anything.
It's really
You
weird.
wanted to
that
move your
even
arm,
the
and
trophies
7
are
seconds
weird.
later you'd actually do it. Make things pretty difficult.
The trophies are odd as well. Like you'll never ever get the trophy without finding out how to get it. Like you have to read somewhere because there's a trophy like sit in a phone box for 3 minutes. Like you're never gonna do that. Like it's weird. Like the trophies are
Do they
really
have any
strange.
hidden
but-
trophies? I haven't even checked. Do they have hidden trophies on PlayStation like on Xbox?
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. But everybody's gone to Rapture.
It
Doesn't.
doesn't.
It's
I feel
not
like that.
hidden. It's just
I
got
feel
the
like
list
that's
there.
the type of game it should.
But the trophies that it does have, they're so confusing anyway. They might as well be hidden. Like it just says something like "Go to the bar." or something. That's one of the trophies. or
if
something.
that one you just mentioned, go in the phone box for 3 minutes, that was a hidden trophy. No one would ever get it. It would just be locked forever.
It's weird. Like it's proper weird. Like there's one trophy that I don't know. You're at a caravan park, and it says you have to, in order to get this trophy, you have to try and open every caravan. And it's just weird. Like, and the caravan park's massive. It's strange. And there's another one, right? So there's 2 pubs in the game, and you have to sit in each pub for 3 minutes. The thing about this is, when you go into a house or a building or anything, everybody's gone to Rapture. There's nothing to do.
There's no
It's
people
just,
in there.
There's nothing.
Everybody's gone to the Rapture.
Yeah, apart from there's nothing to interact with, so you can't play with things. So once you've done your bit and you watch the people talk, whatever it is, there's nothing to do, and you're not gonna spend time there just looking around. It's a pretty game though, I say that. It looks really nice. The aesthetics are really good. The grass and stuff.
I remember that about Dear Esther.
And it's set in
of how good it looked. Looking out on the beach.
Vegetation.
Yeah,
Cool.
the hidden trophy is
Yeah.
what's weird about the hidden trophies is because you don't know what they are, and if it's weird like you're saying, and if it's missable, that is the most annoying
I don't-
type of trophies ever. If it's hidden and missable, it's like how would I ever think about doing this at the ending? Let's say I had to circle around the character for 3 times to get this trophy. I was like, what? There's some really weird hidden and missable trophies which I think is like really unfair because I don't know how
It
people
requires
discover those, but without the guide, some of the hidden trophies you can never ever know about unless you spend.
you need a guide for
Yeah.
these trophies.
Well, there are so many games like that.
It requires a second playthrough as well. The game to get all the trophies.
Does it?
Unless, yeah, it does. Yeah, I'm sure it does. Yeah, because there's some things that you can't do. So what they say when I was reading the guides after, I was like, when you asked me, Chris, does it have trophies? I was like, I don't even know because nothing unlocked when I was playing it, and I played it for a little while. So I looked, and the guides say that we recommend that you play the game through once by itself, and then think about trophies later. Because the story itself, the journey that you go on, is really interesting, and it's you can really really appreciate what they've done and how they've told the story is really really.
To be honest,
really
that's how I think I play most games because I feel sometimes if you do look at the trophies on the first time you play a game, especially a story-based game that you really have to pay attention to things with, you kind of get distracted, and I don't think you can always appreciate like the full idea of what the developer was going for if you're just doing something like standing in a phone booth for 3 minutes. But
Cool.
Yeah, I understand that because example for in Witcher 3, there's this trophy where you have to get all of your crew back to your. I forgot what's the name of your Witcher base. When you start the game, you start on the castle.
Yeah, it's the place where he's training. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what it's called. I forgot. It's been a long time I haven't played it. You have to send all of your crew there, and one of the characters. To send her there, you have to tell her that I love you, but I didn't want Triss. I wanted the other girl. But I had to change the way I have to play it so I can get the trophy. Yeah, there are some really annoying trophies that holds you from playing the way you want. But yet again, play Witcher 3 for a second time. You know how long that game is? You know how I'm not gonna spend another 300 hours just to get this one particular trophy.
You're gonna spend 300 hours 2 times doing all the side missions again.
Yeah, and I just because I said to Triss, I wanted Yennefer. I want to bang Yennefer, but not Triss. No. I'd rather bang Triss and not spend another 200 hours.
Yeah.
Again, yeah. Sorry, Yennefer, even though I think you're more hot than Triss, but so I need the trophy.
Well, he's going for personality, Chris. It's interesting.
Yeah, we need I forget who it is. What his PlayStation Network name was? It's Corn Dog, right? We need him on the case and giving us his hints about how to do all the achievements again.
Rough Dog, not Corn Dog.
Oh yeah, Rough Dog. I keep getting they're the same thing. Rough Dog, Corn Dog, whatever the hell they are.
I've got Rough Dog tweeted me about Rapture. He goes, the best part of Rapture is you walk around the whole map at the speed of a senior citizen with a broken hip. So, which is obviously the worst part.
For all of you who don't know, Rough Dog is the second most. Is he second, right? He is the second.
I think he's second in the United States or something. I forget. He's got.
I keep checking his profile. He keeps adding on platinums.
He's crazy.
Yeah, a lot of trophies. There's like 860 trophies, something like that. 800 something trophies.
Chris, have you seen his profile on the PlayStation?
It's capped to 100.
He's on level 19. Yeah, he's capped.
He never added me. I don't think, and I asked him to. Okay. So Rough Dog, add me.
He doesn't love you. What did he do?
He's capped. He's got so many platinums. He can't go any levels higher. Yeah, you offended him.
You offended him. Yes.
Shall I drop some news stories to you?
Sure. Let's hear the latest
Yeah,
headlines.
sure.
We'll be like 2 weeks.
Borderlands game set for film adaptation.
Yeah. Really? That's going to be interesting too. Let's see what that's like.
That's going to be great. Borderlands film.
How does that work? I mean, if it was an animated, it would work really well, but because of the scope of the game, how crazy and mental everything is.
I wonder if they'll take like a different approach and give it it'll just be set in the world, but it'll have like a different story and like a more structured idea. Probably do something.
But the jokes in it are so offensive, are so ridiculous.
Okay.
If a real person
an R-rated movie, it'll be fine.
Yeah,
you know what my worry for the game is?
I'm not worried about when a real person says those same jokes, it won't feel as real as an animated.
As the first time you heard it, playing the game.
Yeah, it's kind of.
My worry for the film is that they've seen the success of Mad Max, and they thought, yes, this is a bit similar. Let's go for it.
I didn't think that. Yeah, that's possible.
I think that's why that's one of my. I don't know if they're gonna, because I was reading an article about the game on a non-gaming website, and they go the Mad Max inspired shooter. I was like, what?
The Mad Max
Like,
inspired
okay.
shooter. Wow.
That's what they said. I was
Oh,
like,
man.
okay,
Have you
interesting.
seen Mad Max 1? There's barely shooting in it.
Yeah, there is barely shooting in
Meanwhile, that's what Borderlands is based on.
it. Yeah, that's what they said. What other things were there? Until Dawn.
Until Dawn,
That's
that's the
an
game you've
interesting game.
not you've been playing. One of the writers for Pixel Pine, the Gentleman Shadow is his username on YouTube Gaming now, which just
Yeah,
released
YouTube
or
Gaming.
just came out. And he was streaming that the other day. I didn't watch it though, so.
No, it's really good. It was at 1 or 2 a.m. in the morning here, but I watched it. It's really interesting. He's really cool as well. It's got some really cool things in there where there's a moment in the game where you sort of sit at a desk you're talking to somebody and they ask you weird questions like, are you scared of clowns, and are you scared of this? And I think what it does, I'm not sure, it's what I gather from it, it tailors the game around to what you're scared
Yeah.
of and stuff.
So
It's really
if you
interesting.
pick you're scared of needles, let's say you're scared of needles and scared of clowns. Let's say if you pick you're scared of clowns will be in the game. So pick the other decisions so you won't so they won't show your phobia or something. By the way, Brian, as the creator of Pixel Pine, you don't read all of your content. How can
He's
you not...
he's streaming his own thing. It's not on the site.
Oh, we've got Star Wars skins
Oh,
in
don't
Minecraft.
talk about Star Wars at all. We're never talking about
Sorry.
that again after last episode.
Oh, my.
Over 70 Star Wars themed skins are now available for PlayStation versions of Minecraft.
Yeah, it is awesome because they are not making it an Xbox exclusive, which is...
Yeah, strange.
Yeah,
Because
Well, I think
Microsoft owns Minecraft as well.
knows that this game is so massive that they can release this on every single platform that exists, and they're going to make so much money from it. So.
Yeah.
And another thing, I think we discussed this a while ago, the Minecraft Telltale game.
Oh yeah.
We were talking about... So what they said now is that you can customize your character.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So that's interesting.
I wonder how that's gonna.
So I remember we discussed it. We said what's going to be different about the Minecraft game is that obviously they said you can do some extra things in
Okay,
there. So that's
yeah.
going to be cool.
That's
You can have your little.
I actually
dude
just looked up
customized.
Until Dawn, and this is making me want to play it now. Because I love horror games. They're
Yes.
probably I wish there were more like real horror games. I love Dead Space. That was one of my favorites until they ruined it with Dead Space
it's a good
3, I
game.
think it was.
I know. It was 10
But
years.
yeah,
Have you played Outlast?
I didn't know, and that's on PlayStation. I need to.
Oh, Outlast is good.
Outlast is
Yeah,
really good.
That's
Yeah,
Scary.
Yeah.
it's another one of those games on PlayStation that I need to get.
Well, you missed PT as well, didn't you?
I know,
On,
and
on
you know it's so
PlayStation 4.
annoying because I went on the PlayStation Store and they still have it listed, and I wanted I like
Do they?
hit it over and over and like hoping that it would reload or something, and it just says like not available or something like that, and I can't.
Yeah, I cannot download.
That's weird. I can't believe. I don't know why they did that.
Yeah,
Just leave
yeah.
it
Why
on. What's the
not?
big deal?
Just let me play it. It's supposed to be amazing. Apparently, I think about a week ago I saw some post where someone found something new with it that no one had found so far.
Yeah, they were
And
saying-
how long has it been out now? Almost a year, right?
It's been up for ages. Yeah.
So yeah, there are a lot of good horror games that I need to play. Just games on PlayStation. My backlog on PlayStation games is gigantic now. There's so many games that I just haven't played.
Yeah, you know what's really cool about Hideo Kojima? Like you said, about a year later they found this new secret stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah,
It's
It-
crazy.
it's speak to how amazing
everybody
he is.
comes up with their theories. Hideo Kojima is wearing is eating tacos. Well, he's gonna make a movie based on Mexico or whatever. Like everybody comes up with theories. Every single thing is like, oh, Hideo Kojima is wearing white glasses, so he's gonna make his new video game.
Everything just relates to each other.
Yeah, everything relates to his work. It's crazy.
Everything.
And I like. It's funny when I read those.
What other headlines we got here? I just saw Witcher 3 sales surpass 6 million now.
Wow.
That's really good. I'm happy.
We've had a pitch.
I'm really happy for CD Projekt because they're the only developers that they don't shove your throat with their
Yeah.
day one
They are a
DLC
great development
or
team. Yeah, just
16
their
free
attitude and approach
DLCs,
to releasing stuff I completely agree. That was they're fantastic.
They released a picture of Michael Fassbender as in the Assassin's Creed.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Cool.
He looks cool. He's a good actor.
Yeah.
I like
The
him.
movie is not gonna
He's good
be based on the video. It's gonna be based on the story, the big scope of the story of Assassin's Creed, but it's not gonna be.
Was it got the sci-fi aspect?
Yeah, the sci-fi, but it's not gonna be the. It's not gonna be based on Ezio or Altair. It's a new character.
So I think we mentioned this as well. So in the past, we were saying how Telltale games aren't really on Nintendo, but Minecraft is going to be on Wii. The Telltale game.
The Telltale game Minecraft is coming to Wii, but the regular Minecraft game is not going to be on Wii. That doesn't make any
That's
sense,
weird, right?
Because it seems like it's the perfect
strange.
platform for it.
Yeah, strange.
Yeah, there's also a picture with JJ and Hideo Kojima. That was cool. It's always cool to see.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah, that was cool.
It's
Yeah,
always cool to see these. The director of the new Star Wars movie and the director of the Metal Gear game, and he's actually a fan of Metal Gear. Like the nerd of this picture is so over 8,000. It's like really awesome to see that. they are regular gamers like you, even though he's a big director right now. Everybody knows JJ. He's still like a regular gamer like you.
Yeah,
like us.
that makes me feel better.
we're all one.
And
Isn't that nice?
Cliff, the Gears of War dude, Cliff Blazinski, is that his name? He's got a new game.
Oh yeah, and I've talked about this a couple times on Pixel Pine too, and I've actually talked about this since he first came out of retirement and announced it on Twitter, like I don't know how long ago. But he's been working on Project Blue Streak for a long time, which was his new arena or style shooter, first-person shooter.
It's the same game, right? He's just changed the name.
Yeah, it's the same game. I think it's called The Shattering now, right? Or is it?
It's called Lawbreakers.
Lawbreakers. Okay.
Yeah, so
because they released
gameplay, concept art, something.
There's a gameplay trailer.
Gotcha.
Oh, there is.
There's a gameplay trailer now
cool.
too.
Yeah, gameplay review.
Okay, cool.
Came out yesterday. I don't know if it came out yesterday. I saw it yesterday. It was good.
And for the future people, don't look for posts from yesterday. Look for them from a week or two ago.
Yes.
All right, pretty good. Thank you, everyone, for listening to episode 11 of the Platinum Achievement Podcast. We're very sorry we didn't get to we didn't get to hear Antonio and Matt. But who wants to do it? Who's going to say it? Imran, Chris, one of you.
I think Chris should go for it.
Banana and out.
There we go.